We're flipping. Oh, it's a set. Keep it clean, Dottie. Let's go. Come on. So let's put the 1K in here. We're obviously very deep, right? Very, very deep stacked. Sevens. Check call on the 1K here to start. Oh, gorgeous, gorgeous girls hit sets on the turn, man. Gotta love it. Don't think it's a hand we want to block bet, right? Like we unblock a 10, we unblock a king. Let's just try and get big value from something reasonable. They're going to barrel a 10 a decent amount of time on the turn, but not always. Was that an ace high call or the king deciding whether to raise? 6. Okay. Yes. Yeah, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Hunter Thompson lived like an insane man, says Tim Thompson. Look up Hunter Thompson day in the life routine. I will. I feel like I've seen an interview with him in like Conan or something like that. But I haven't seen what you're referencing here. So I think we're just going to go all in here. They make it really big too. 28,000. I think this is not a fold. I'd be really surprised if they're going to back raise to 28K and then fold like over 3X this squeeze, leaving them 67 behind. I think I'm just going to go all in. I want a chance at the bounty, right? So it's such a punt if they have a big raise fold range here, but I just don't think they do. I mean, I don't know, bro. Like, why so big, you know? Why so big? Open queen jack, get a call, king 10-5 on the flop. I don't think there's too many big bets here. I think it's mostly small bet, real small bet, queen jack. But obviously, like, we're going to continue with this hand. Yeah, that's a good hand. Bet get a call, 6 on the turn. I think bigger bet now, you know, 80% or something like that. Really quite a strong draw. Raise 3-bet. Think the standard with jacks is definitely to call here. In theory, you would do some small amount of 4-betting, but I think I will like to just call and go to a flop. 9 deuce deuce. Great. Love that. Read books and saw movie. Amazing. I got to watch the movie, but I'm going to give it a bit of time. And that sometimes I zone out of movies. If I just finish the book, it's like too soon. And like I just went through the story, so I kind of zone out sometimes, you know? Glamorizing drugs, meh. Yeah. That's the thing that wasn't like, I don't have anything like ethically against people choosing to do drugs, but like I don't really find them romantic. I find them more sad than romantic, you know? Check on the 6 turn. Let's go for a value bet here. We're trying to get called by ace high, right? Trying to get called by ace high here. And then every once in a while, we'll see them have a better pair. Every once in a while. This is 2.5x. I don't have a 2.5x button here. Okay. We're going to go for a bigger bet here. S-Bets dropping the 1-year resub. Guess a love of the chat for the man. S-Bets, thank you very much. Good luck today, Jamie. Why not today? Need to see another art purchase. Let's go, man. Why not us today? Why not us? Why not now? Keep betting. True. I think we just bet fold river here. Seems fine. With queens. If you get jammed on, I think they're going to have a bit too much jack 7, jack 4, 7-4 suited, 10-8 that floats the flop. Sets of 4, sets of 7, sets of 9s. But like I think we can get value from a jack here by betting because it's really hard for ace jack, king jack, jack 10, jack 8. I mean, it's just hard for them to fold in this river. But it's thin, right? Like it's a thin bet. If they raise, I think we can definitely fold. I was wondering if there's any merit in check raising this hand. I think there is actually. I think it's a pretty reasonable line to take. You want to find some check raise with pairs every once in a while. And this 6-5 benefits from protection. It has a lot of good turns and rivers, right? So when it's the best hand, if they fold a hand that has 2 overs right now, that's a big victory for 6-5. That's awesome. Sometimes we raise into better hands, and we're effectively turning our bottom pair into a semi-bluff against Queen X and 7X, right? In that we can pick up equity on the turn of river, either by making 2 pair or 3 of a kind, or by making something like this where we can be aggressive. So it's kind of rare, but I think it's a reasonable spot to do it. Cool. Take it down. Double stack plus. Well, there, the king jack. 3-bet here. Canadian dollar against most currencies are on the verge of hyperinflation. In my opinion, middle class is about to get wiped out, says Tabor. Yeah, I don't know. Inflation is definitely high, but inflation is lower here than it is in the U.S. at the moment, but it is still high, for sure. And housing market has been super out of control too, but it has seen a reduction month over month in a lot of spots for the last 2 months, so that's good news at least. But still, if you look at like a 2-year chart, it's definitely inflated. It's interesting. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Beckett a call on the 3-bet pot, ace on the turn. So what is our 3-betting range here? Like, thing is, this is one of the best bluffs in this spot, I'd say. So we're going to keep betting here. They can definitely just have an ace, and an ace is not folding on this turn, I don't think. But I think it's a reasonable double barrel. There's a meme in Montreal of like the city mascot is an orange pylon because everything is under construction all the time. Like everything. And it's kind of true. Like if you come to Montreal, everything is always under construction. It's unbelievable. There's been a backlog that's basically been unwinding for the last 10, 15 years. And the roads are pretty bad. Like they're pretty bumpy and they're not great. It's definitely the best public transit in Canada for sure. And it's expanding to the REM, which is going to make it by far and away the best public transit in Canada. You know, there's things like really extensive bike networks here as well for people to get around. So, but you're right about our healthcare and that the system is really antiquated and not really great. It's just it's really difficult to get into the system. It takes a long time. There's a lot of bureaucracy within it. It's not very good, and it needs a lot of help to improve, I think. I'm relatively new to this province. I don't love everything about this province. I'm not super evangelical about the way that Quebec has set things up. I think other provinces do some things better, but I really enjoy the city of Montreal. Oh my goodness. We just got tank called by the nuts with 2 pair. Why? Why did they do that to me? I don't understand. Marjan. Squeeze with the ace king. Ready to rumble here for a bounty. We bet and decide. Bet and decide. But we take it down, which is nice. 160,000. I'm from Northern Ireland and hate eight's an awful accent, but apparently the city where I'm from was voted the sexiest accent in the world. I think it's nice, to be honest. Some checks, I feel like this is a particularly good hand to check sometimes. Wow. It's hard for a 10 to value bet. It's hard for them to have a straight. Aces don't bluff. Like ace X doesn't really bluff on the turn. I think we should call down, to be honest. Against a wide button calling range. Damn. Good luck for a bounty. Jacks against what? 9s. Love that. Let's go. Two flop. Jack 10-7. I think check here with 3s. You could go for the small bet again, but I feel as if Mats Bjorn is going to continue a ton, is going to check a lot of their value range, wanting to trap Pucho. Not wanting it to go bet, call, fold. Wanting it to go bet, call, raise, or bet, jam, call. You know, something like that. Anyways, we're going to call this 3-bet with Jack 10 suited. Queen 7-5 is garbage. Have you been up to Montreal, Tremendo days? It's got a bit of a similar feel. You should come check it out. All right, ace 4 suited. We're going to 3-bet in the 1K. That's pretty fun. Flop 2 pair. I think that's pretty fun. I think turn is an all-in or fold. I don't think calling on the turn makes any sense. Let's go with the fives, man. 360. Loving it. I think we 4-bet call with queens. Jacks would be a little different. Good luck with the queens. It's a big moment here, you know. This is a lot of chips, but queens are very good. Against a 5-bet and a call, we fold, I guess. But against a 5-bet, we call, for sure. Good luck. Wow. Pretty sick, man. Pretty sick for us. Open eights, get a call and a call and a call in the big blind. 6-7-7 on the flop. We check. This should be fun. All right. $500 bounty here. Pretty big bounty. Pretty important. And a half starting stack. Do they have nines? Yeah. Do they have tens? Yeah. Do they have some slow play big pairs? Yeah. But as played, the bounty folds. We just call. Thing here is that the range is a little weaker than typical because there's more incentive for them to be in the pot with this bounty stack and to try and like get a heads up against this bounty stack or get it in with 2 overs against this bounty stack or whatever. And I mean, I don't know if this is too thin or if this is reasonable. It's really weird against a raise, right? Like a 7 continues on the turn, you'd think. Like, do they check a king? Like, I don't know. Like, king 10 suited maybe could. I don't know. It's just weird. Like, I don't really know what they have if they raise. Against a call, we most of the time win. They could have nines. They could have tens. Jay Biancolini raise it up to 15,400. I think flat is probably what we want to do here. Oh, there's a bounty in play. Now we could 3-bet and not fold. Like, we could 3-bet call and all in here, which honestly might be the right answer given how wide they're going to open with this bounty in play. So I think I'm going to 3-bet and not fold. Given that plan, do we want to jam or let them call and see flops? I think I'm going to jam with this 500 bounty. I'm not sure if I like my line. I don't know. Like, it's just a weird spot, right? With the double bounty and the 1/10 of starting stack. Don't need to 3-bet here. Like, yeah, it's the bubble and you can put some pressure on. But don't really want to 3-bet fold. It plays so well post-flop, you know? You hit a set and you over-realize your equity. You win more than you're owed even with a set, so. Bet at 48K. And a fold. Moving on. 171 remains. 151 pay. 20 off the money. 1,200 started, so I would call this bubble felts. Bubble felt. Ace-10 suited. Love it. We raise. And the sick thing is we get 3-bet from Stake Addict. And we call. And then we go to a flop, and we flop a flush draw. And we get it all in. Against, you know, a pair, and we lose. That's how we bubble this tournament, chat. Okay? Raise, 3-bet, call, diamond, X, bet, raise, call, pair, flush draw, out. 154th. Honestly, bring it on. Bubble me. I don't care. I have kings. Bring it on. I'm ready. Who wants to do it? I'm ready to go. I'm ready to battle, ready to fight, ready for action. Bring it on, Dottie. 56K sounds good to me. The bubble has burst. That's it. Someone has busted. Oh my goodness, queens. Let's go. Well, mate, fun being in the streaming streets. It's a great time, isn't it? I'm your bluff. 3-bet call. 3-bet call. 110,000 is good. Leave ourselves room to theoretically 3-bet fold some hands, but of course we're not going to do that with queens. Here we go. $500 bounty with queens. Good luck. We're flipping. Oh, it's a set. Keep it clean, Dottie. Let's go. Come on. Oh, you'll love to see it, dude. $500 bounty. We are in the money, but 1.1 milli. Plus, we've got 1430 something in bounties. Next pay jump is at 79. As we open a 7, get 3-bet to 200K. We call the 3-bet to a flop of ace, jack, 8, and a bet of 1/4. We call. And let's just turn the 6 of clubs. 5 of spades is fine. This is where this hand gets interesting. I think pre-flop we have a really wide opening range, so we can't fold that much of our opening range. A7, I think we need to continue, and we don't have the right sizing to be able to 4-bet, and 4-bet jamming, I think, is a punt. So we call. The turn is where this gets tough, right? Which is like, do we want to continue? 337 is interesting. I think we do want to call with this hand. We're like just barely, but I think based on what I think this 3-betting range is, I think we're going to be fine to call. So we'll call and then probably fold the river to jam, right? Ace-5 suit is in the 3-betting range. Ace-Jack is in there. Ace-8 is in there. Ace-King and Ace-Queen might just continue to barrel here as well. Jacks is in there. Aces is in there. And then there's going to be some bluffs that continue betting as well and just like jam it. But I think we're pretty comfortable to fold on the river here. Turn is close, you know. Like turn is the decision point of that hand, I think. Pre-flop have to call, flop have to call. Turn is depends what you think of your opponent. I think fold on 19 blinds. How to play this? Flop sizing. You know, like what flop sizing do we want to bet? Interesting. I'm not sure on this. We definitely want to have some raises, but like we have 7s and 8s and 9s and 10s and jacks, which all would prefer to raise over the queens. You know, like, so do some over pairs just call a lead? Probably. So I'm not sure. But anyways, we raise, they call. Turns a 7. I don't think they have pure 2 pairs here, so I think we still just value bet with our queens. Although they really don't call much with worse hands. Still go for it, I think. Okay. What can you do, man? Unfortunate. 1437 in bounties and 1470 cashed.